So when we share these stories, even though some, a lot of them are sad, is, if somebody could relate, be like, oh shit, I thought I was the only one.
Right.
I thought this only happened to me. Like, did he really just say that?
Right.
Like, that's exactly how I feel. And that's when, well, you had this baby in your forecast, the GTalk. But then, suddenly,
I needed a father. That sounded gross, but go on.
I was going to say you gave birth to it, but I didn't want to.
We were Adam and Steve. Take that, MAGA. Go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, and here we are, and like the very first episode, I'll never forget. It was it was real. The second, third, fourth, and it just keeps.
But what makes it real, Frankie? What is it about it that? Think about what we talked about this in a separate pod. I think the last one. That we've got a new audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we've got quite a few women that like this, and the idea, the impetus, the genesis, whatever word you put in there, I'm sure Taylor Swift can come up with 50 of them. She does Scrabble. Would you ever beat Taylor Swift in Scrabble? I think I'd come close, but she'd destroy me. But that's a whole other thing. Long story short, the reason why we started doing this is exactly what you're talking about, to help ourselves first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, but technically no. It was to help others, and one of the others was you and me.
Yeah.
The other. That's why we decided to do this, to be completely forthright and honest and authentic. And then we said, let's post it, because that'll facilitate our why. Why do we still talk about this? What's the reason why I'm going to talk to my friend about this? Well, because then I could share it with all my soon-to-be friends out there and get those amazing emails. You saved my life. I'm not saying that, or you changed my life or whatever. I would love something like that, because that's a little resonance back.
Mm-hmm.
We're packaging our pain in a certain way. It's, it's inspirational, educational, whatever. What is it? Informational and entertaining, and then inspirational, right?
Right.
If we can do that and get a beautiful response back from someone that's like,
mm-hmm.
bro, you know what your story did for me?
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful little, I just need like a little bit of that a return to gleam.
Yeah.
If we do enough of that, that'll motivate me to keep talking about my shit. So then it won't be shit. It's like my shit is someone else's treasure,
mm-hmm.
to get their shit out of their head and get to the treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I just made that up, but what say you?
Yeah. We said we're going to do this for men.
And now?
Because we realize it's like a lot of people going through divorce. I don't know what the hell's going on in the universe, but a lot of people are going through divorce. And I said,
especially now,
if this podcast existed 3 months ago when I first started going through this, I would tune in every freaking week,
right?
Because it is.
And you mean that sincerely?
100%, dude.
Right.
It's freaking therapy. Like, I needed anything to help me, and if it's two guys that they just went through this, they're going through it and they're just talking about it, I would listen, because it's. Christ, it's what helped me the very first time we met at the coffee shop. I went there with anxiety.